Okay, hello everyone, we are here. Let's continue for FFXVI. Let's go. Hey Slinky! Yeah, it's stream time. Okay, everything is set, good microphone. The controller working, control buttons, okay.
Do you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
I had better days, Linky, but I'm okay. Let's keep going, we have fetch quest to do.
What am I gonna do? Is everything alright, Goose? You seem more discomposed than usual.
And how are you instead, Slinky? It's not nice that you would beat up that person, Slinky, so it's fine, it's fine. It's not a nice thing to do.
I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
Calling the equalizer. He's known as Roberto in Italy. No, it's not a nice thing to do in this case, Slinky. Just trust me, it's not a nice thing to do in this case.
It's alright. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like. Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallymill Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hating people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
Yeah, just a misunderstanding, Clive. Just a misunderstanding. I think the same. I've had a good day at least. I just came home a few minutes ago. I tried playing Stranger of Paradise, but it's crashing so much. Oh, really? I'm glad that you had a good day, Slinky.
Lady Karen. How's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait, what exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care, but here you are today raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just asking. Out of interest.
Clyde, you're a bit liar and you know that.
Alright. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating. about you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
Aye, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
The PC part is wrong. Yeah, I know, sadly.
Spoke with Lady Karen
What did she say?
that the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I suppose it is.
Seems the hideaway's lost
Blasted
its...
book. Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as...
Clive, please, I need you to cook.
hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So,
Really sucking the energy of the planet.
what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one? Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget. You've got a reputation to uphold.
Priority. Okay, let's go. Hey Lips, I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Is a storm coming soon? Will there be...
A shootout for... Okay, thanks, Slinky.
Lawsman Harpocrates, I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
So the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortris never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortris is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbrequois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortris of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
I will.
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid's scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
Oh, wrong place.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
What do you reckon we should do?
Sid! Out of your studies, I see. What is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh,
And just how long hasn't it been one?
we're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? Why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Mididol said, the best way to see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
Taking it apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we? All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Mididol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others? This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing.
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh goods? I don't think you'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Mididol's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
Not my fault. You should have tried weighing it before lunch.
I know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult.
Aqua! Ciao Aqua, come va? Hello, Chef Seba! Mi manda un'amica di Techmezio. Grazie mille per il ride, benvenuto. E grazie per il follow a Chef Seba 93. Benvenuti, benvenuti, com'è andata la live? Che state facendo di bello? Noi qui stiamo giocando a Final Fantasy XVI per la prima volta. Conoscete questo gioco? Vabbè, conoscete sicuramente, l'avete giocato, non l'avete giocato? Allora, state giocando a Dead by Daylight? Ah, interessante, ottimo, spero vi siete divertiti. Quindi mi avete detto che vi ha mandato qui Techmezio. Ah, wow! Ringrazialo da parte mia. Sì, abbiamo preso un sacco di mazzate. Ciao Lady Black Cat. Ah, ok, ok. Vabbè, un classico. Però magari ne avete trollato anche magari qualche bel killer, dai. Tra un po' le mazzate tanto le prendo anch'io. Finisco di fare ste quest secondarie e vado a picchiare i nemici anch'io. E adesso arrivano le mazzate anche per me. Ah, giocate una settimana. Ok, ok. Allora ci sta che vi dobbiate abituare. È un gioco che, a quanto ne so, richiede molta pratica.
So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. Yeah, all finished.
Yes, we did it.
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Mididol's hairs.
Her hairs.
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Mididol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Quest completed.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Oh! E perché se n'è scordata? Della ruota?
Didn't happen to forget anything, did you, Sid?
Chissà, c'è qualcosa sotto. Oh beh, la cosa non mi riguarda, io ho completato la quest, ho da parlare con chi devo.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Oh, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
Ok, quest completed. Per poco non l'ho livellato, mannaggia, peccato. Direi che possiamo andarcene. E andiamo a menare un po' di gente. Basta parlare. Spero.
I'd say we were in for a storm.
Ah, non posso muovermi. Allora andiamo prima lì e poi torno. Se no non posso fare secondari.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canva was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Okay. But first I have some fetch quests to do. We must hurry! Yes, but first fetch quest. Devo sbrigarci, raga! Non c'è tempo! Sì, sì, ok, però prima devo fare le fetch quest. Le quest secondarie.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
Are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch. Perhaps.
Could be I know something more.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Delamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this store he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful, Clive.
You too, Goots.
The world is going to explode, Clive. Okay, I'll save it, but first let me do the fetch quest. First the fetch quest, then safety of the world.
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch.
Mummy, are the bad men
What a
going
mess.
to come back?
You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Let's go. Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Okay.
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Baboom, che roba. Explosions.
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lump in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. Then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goots. Right now.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan.
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Blood?
Good. Are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan. He said she had to pay in blood.
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue. Goots, was it? I have no quarrel with you. Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself.
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalimil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs?
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Goose, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect.
The grandma juggles the guy for 10 hours. Ciao Mark. The shout out for Mark Lazza, please. Il caro amico ti fa i complimenti. Hai fatto conosciuto il canale YouTube per la tua Ninja. Solo Ninja Garen, comunque grazie. È un giocatore di Ninja Garen, quindi lui.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Ah, da un po' di tempo, ottimo. Mandamelo anche in live. Che ci vorrei parlare volentieri all'indirizzo magari nella community italiana di Ninja Garen. Trovare nuove persone appassionate di Ninja Garen è sempre un piacere. E adesso megalomane, io da quando megalomane? È strano trovare ancora qualcuno che la apprezza, eh sì, specie in Italia. Sono d'accordo, infatti proprio per questo ogni volta che trovo appassionati di Ninja Garen li voglio riunire nella community un po' come le sfere del drago, perché sono talmente rari che fa sempre piacere incontrare italiani appassionati di Ninja Garen.
Dad? No. But I reckon it wishes it was. It isn't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Ah!
Don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old wet legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? Best we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the wet legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Va bene, Mark.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Oggi ho finito Final Fantasy 7 Credit Score. Domani con Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Ah, ottimo, ottimo. Finalmente ufficialmente affiliato. Grande, complimenti, Mark. Complimenti, complimenti. Affiliazione letteralmente settimana. Non puoi fare una settimana, serve almeno un mese, Mark. È impossibile che tu abbia fatto l'affiliazione in una settimana. Scusa, andavano fatte. Ah beh, streamato ogni giorno, aspetta. Perché devi fare 7 live da almeno 2 ore l'una. Con la media di 3 spettatori. Ok, ha senso. Devo provare con Malfa.
My lord Marquis, is that... It is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord uncle's estate. Of course. We met once before. Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming. And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing? 1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely... It's all right. Continue. I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your lord uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand...
Tra l'altro, Mark, ieri ti sei perso la battaglia contro il Bahamut, mamma mia, altro che non ha poteri il Bahamut in sto gioco, tu non hai idea di che cazzo è stata quella battaglia. Mamma mia, è stata una roba pazzesca. Il Bahamut è super OP in sto gioco, altro che una cacchetta. Una battaglia che sembrava Dragon Ball a momenti, porca troia.
Tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion. That sounds like quite the undertaking. It is.
Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses.
Chaos. Ottimo.
Alas, I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't
La
exist.
boss fight l'ho fatto in no damage, ti ho pensato. Ottimo, ottimo, ben fatto.
Narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalimil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety.
All for making this town a welcoming place, but hospitality has its...
Dalamil dobbiamo andare.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Look what they've left us.
Mummy,
Devi consigliare l'idea di fare qualche live di Skyrim la sera tardi.
Town guard are a strapping bunch.
Una persona di mia conoscenza apprezzerebbe. Come mai? Boss action dall'altra esponenza di difficoltà. Beh, qua uguale. Io di sempre sto a fare queste secondarie, RPG e roba del genere.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
And maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Silence!
Oh. Boom, 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 boom. There we go.
I'd expected.
Ah, qua, grazie mille per i bittini. Sto gioco mi ricorda tutto tranne Final Fantasy. Infatti è Devil May Fantasy, palesemente.
From Hugo's faithful, but he These were men of the Fist.
Much has changed in the Republican Army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist's Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
Not at all. Now, to find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
Holy flames!
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere.
Let the dame hear you say that.
What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
Then you found him. I am Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach, visit the Vale, tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall. Founder be your shield.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
There they are.
This one's ours, pretty boy. This one.
Parry! Parry, let's go! Other parry! Boom! Is that guy that juggles people in the air for 10 hours and fights gods? Get him! Yes, Linky!
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, and I'm fine. Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Of course. I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Pistolus as soon as I'm able. Good day.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece.
We can't expect bandits to be smart, I guess. Yes.
Let of us believe these ghosts. There were ghosts at the gate, not days.
That's a good question, Libs. I think I will go back to Wulong because I have some bosses to do in the damage of the third new DLC that I had not the time to work on them properly. Some Ninja Gaiden because I have to for some personal reasons. And I think I'll play Lies of P later if I have enough time before Rise of the Ronin. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Fuck me. Doesn't matter, I can still arrive from here. Yeah, Rise of the Ronin is really soon, so I don't know if I have enough time. I'll try to do the best I can before Rise of the Ronin, but of course Rise of the Ronin have the top priority. You know what, I can do a change, a little change. This doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I would have to change it too much for doing the combo I plan to do. So let's just go back to what I was doing.
Pocket said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers.
Thank you for the good luck, Slinky. See you later.
Should be easy enough to spot. This must be our wyvern. All right, let's get this over with.
Shoot! There we go. Hello, what is it? Yeah, do you know the DLC? Nope. I'm still playing
No, I just need to find
the first run of this game, actually. So, well, I will think later about the DLC.
bright yellow with a heady scent.
There we go.
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
Ok, questa è fatta. Torniamo al rifugio. È giusto. Dovevo andare al rifugio di Marta.
I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigations, thanks to you.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
I am afraid that grim would be putting it lightly. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine.
Ok, fatto più o meno tutto. Andiamo a consegnare l'ultima quest e poi andiamo con la principale.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goose. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today will cost you the same as it did yesterday.
I don't buy potions, so.
Seems the hideaway is lost it.
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about. And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
So, not fit for consumption then?
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage dish. It is a tour de force, a force of nature even, a maelstrom of flavour and sensation, a graceful beast emerging from centuries of slumber.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
Alright, I think fetch quests are over. Finally.
Will we ever see the sun again?
You expect me to work with the sky?
I'd say we were in for a storm.
Okay, it's in the way. I'll take it. New gameplay footage came out. New gameplay footage that came out for Rise of... What? When? When? Yeah, it looks similar to Ghost of Tsushima. I mean, it's clear that it is...
This one.
Ah, okay, okay. New for you, okay, okay. Now I get it. Riccardo. Piccione.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they would allow it. The echoes have a will of their own.
Bene, qui è tutto in ordine. Credi che ci fosse ancora il comando che non l'avessi fatto misteriosamente sparire? Tutto ok, dai, te come va? Mike, elimini il comando piccione. Ops. Boom. There we go. Che si permane di Rise of the Ronin e abbiamo solo l'immaginazione. Vero. Vero. L'immaginazione e la fede. Perché ricordiamola, quella in Team Ninja è una fede. Sacro Team Ninja. E raga, di qua non si passa. Mezzo perso. Ok, I'm lost. No, davvero hanno tolto quelle motte, rip. Ok, I found the way. Slinky al momento FK. Boom, 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 boom. Save.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blow. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Il di Engine 4 tra un mesetto, dai, praticamente sì.
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Our encampment is up ahead. Just off the track. They must not reach Tabor. Forgive me, Lord Cougar.
Rest well, soldier.
Slinky was not here for clipping.
You said the encampment was close.
My needs.
Still there.
Sempre con la fede, Gen 4 sì.
They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
E noi ci crediamo ovviamente in Gen 4. Ed è proprio perché ci crediamo che arriverà. No, non arriverà Ninja Gaiden 4, arriverà Ninja Gaiden Reboot, sono convinto. Però insomma l'importante è che facciano un nuovo Ninja Gaiden. 4 reboot o cosa sia, basta che facciano un nuovo Ninja Gaiden.
I got here in time.
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg!
That doesn't sound like an Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it.
Okay.
You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
Wait. That scar. Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there, in Kosnis, when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith, when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
What of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some...
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
Ok. Reboot cosa immagini? Allora, è difficile dirlo, però onestamente mi immagino la profondità di un Nioh applicata ad un Ninja Gaiden. Quindi insomma tante belle touches avanzate. E poi magari se rimettono l'essenza, una roba del tipo che non puoi spammare la manetta, le UT, ma tipo che ne so, l'essenza ottenuta delle UT non puoi riutilizzarla per spammare altre essenze, magari le super mosse le puoi fare soltanto con l'essenza, tipo che ne so, le essenze ottenute utilizzando dei nemici, essenza per fare le UT diventa essenza nera che non puoi assorbire per fare altre UT, quindi limiti lo spam di UT così facendo. E poi sì, mi immagino sicuramente un dualismo di due armi, perché ultimamente il nuovo team ninja di Yasuda è fissato con il dualismo di due armi in tutti i loro giochi e ci sta, è una cosa figa, mi immagino figata di switchare due armi in combo.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Chiote!
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
Odin.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora? The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Amici con le immagini, parlo di boss, pensi qualcosa di più fantasioso in giro o qualcosa di più simile alla realtà come in Gen 3? Tensorali, fantasiosi che lo sappiano di più su in Gen 2. Sì, qualcosa del genere, penso più come in Gen 2, sì, penso più qualcosa del genere.
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What did you...
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king, he has come to save us from the Akashic. He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
They will die.
Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city, her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
Mythos, I'm sorry, my name is Clive.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
Also, I just walking in there, killed everyone and left. Dress of the Royal and your reboot will be out of money very soon. Yes.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Slinky.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Uh-oh. Still fetch quests! Oh my god. Please stop! Alright, fetch quest time.
Opportunity beckons. Who among... Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade, that an elder Dread Evis had been sighted in the fields of Carava. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity, but those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast, now that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy. Bring me that beast's skin, and I will share with you the bounty of our combined labors.
All right. I'll hunt your Evis.
Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets opportunity slip his grasp. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovany, you are a mere stone's throw from the fields of Carava. I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
Skip the cutscene at least.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches.
You! Finally. No one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant greybeard.
The university? You're a scholar?
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man the kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded, of course.
Climb the stairs and
memorize a few inscriptions for me, assuming you know your letters, that is. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village. 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of neighboring lands.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions, and you'll have no trouble finding the stones.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches will bring down the price.
Okay, I'll take a little break, guys. Be right back. It's nice if this quest actually gave you new mechanics for them, but you'll just walk up to the stones, interact with them, a cutscene will show up and you return to the quest gear. Oh, yeah. Ok, I'm gonna take a little break, be right back. Facciamo la pausetta, raga, a dopo. Okay, I'm back. Let's continue. Thank you, Slinky. Let's go. Where am I going? This place. No, I'm correct.
You wouldn't happen to have a decent whetstone in there, would you?
I'm sure I can find you something.
Open.
So it's these stones to Canva and the rest of the boxes to Dalma.
Why won't the sky go back to how it was? I don't like it.
In all my long years, I've never seen such a thing.
Okay.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as phoenix down, but tough as boiled.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches will bring.
Not sure. Okay.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor.
Decent quarry's been hard to find since the skies turned.
Thank you for the deal, Ed, mister.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder? I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
It's the scraps you're after.
Thanks.
Okay, let's report to the...
The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, would that I could have seen for myself. Oh, come, don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
I don't remember.
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north is next, I think.
I don't remember.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
Oh, I see Slinky.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the...
Wow, I have not failed. Wow, my memory. And I was not even paying attention. My memory just auto-recorded everything.
3 engravings, one for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last, but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to see.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by far. Here, and thank you.
Okay, complete.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as phoenix down, but tough as boiled bone.
Beneath the flood, yes. And not a stone's throw.
Okay, let's save. There we go. Chocobomb.
Come on.
Come on.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Nice, Slinky. Should I? Yeah, why not? Did you enjoy it?
Be safe. No mistakes. Soil and stone.
Parry. Ui! Ciao Ale, grazie mille per il ride, benvenuti. Com'è andata Val? Che state facendo di bello? Please a shout out for Alekurt. Thank you for the follow, JumperTix. Grazie per il follow, benvenuti. Benvenuti e benvenuti. Com'è andata Val? Com'è andata? Com'è andata? Ciao Secco, il mio metto. Ciao Tarfix, come va? Palworld scoperte di ben dimensioni superlative. Come sta? Tutto ok dai, te come va? Ciao Tanoiser, gnometto. Allora, che stai facendo? Palworld, ok. Scoperte di ben demenziali. No, racconta quali ben demenziali. Condividi. Adoro le ben demenziali. Condividi queste scoperte con me. Benvenuti raga, qua stiamo giocando a Final Fantasy XVI, siamo alla prima run. Devo un pochettino farci mano. Però devo dire che per ora mi sta piacendo molto. Aspetta, chiamalo col mio suo nome, Devil May Fantasy, scusate, non vorrei urtare la sensibilità di qualcuno. Fissare col pad della Xbox, quindi sono riuscito a collegarlo col PC visto senza Bluetooth finalmente. Ah, ottimo. Molto bene. Sempre di cautela, gnometto bello, ok. Ecco perché gnometto, mo capisco tante cose. Sono catene di effetti, l'importante è gnometto, mi sembra giusto. Se volete la guerra e combattiamo. Grazie per il follow. Ai due arrivati. Thank you for the follow. Raga, non ci sto dietro, dammi un secondo, devo aprire per controllare. Prima il dashboard, facciamo prima. Allora, intanto grazie per il follow a JumperTix che ho ringraziato, grazie per il follow a Secco85, thank you for the follow to Kitty Tiger, o grazie per il follow se italiano, thank you for the follow to Nariel66, oh, grazie per il follow se italiano, e Tannoiser, grazie per il follow, benvenuti ragazzi, benvenuti. Grazie mille, apprezzo davvero questi follow, apprezzo veramente tanto, gentilissimi. Benvenuti. Kitty Tiger, ok. E che gnometto. Quando ho altre occasioni di farmi un altro mese di Game Pass, intendo iniziare anche Ninja Master Collection, grande Dark Phoenix. Segue il doc alle curte non se ne pentirà, è una storia magica di un simulacro che dona poteri speciali. Assolutamente. Vabbè, ma al giro ho un link di YouTube che devi assolutamente guardare. Certo che puoi, Ale, ovvio che puoi. Raga, cioè i link qui tranquilli. Anzi, vi dirò di più. Su questo canale, raga, per chi non lo sapesse, esiste la possibilità di poter chiedere la reaction a qualunque fight che abbiate fatto. Quindi che sia un boss in no damage o che sia in generale una boss fight o una qualche giocata, comunque potete chiedere. una reaction, la faccio vedere a tutto il pubblico, quindi comunque faccio anche un po' di piccola pubblicità come posso, la guardo, la commento, vi do un parere, qualche consiglio, eccetera eccetera. Ovviamente che sia qualcosa di mia competenza, quindi appunto qualcosa che magari sia un action, un Souls-like o roba del genere. Comunque sì, in generale assolutamente qua i link sono tranquillamente ben visti senza problemi, anzi non ci facciamo problemi di alcun tipo, specie se è roba simpatica. Fai reaction anche di fight brutte? Il caso è un sacco. Allora, partiamo dal presupposto che non esistono fight belle e fight brutte. Però sì, ovviamente, cioè nel senso non è che solo le fight stupende. Ovviamente anche fight magari meno di qualità o giocate comunque da persone meno esperte, volentieri lo faccio più appunto per fare una vetrina, ecco, per le persone e anche commentare, comunque dare un parere al riguardo, devo dare qualche piccolo consiglio, sì, assolutamente. Che cazzo facendo? Devo chiamare il Chocobo, se un attimo incognito. Allora, intanto quel video me lo copio e me lo salvo, che sono proprio curioso di vederlo. Vediamo.
A questo punto... quindi per favore... Vai, forza tu. Vai. Sei stupenda, voglio offrirti la cena. Sicuro che ti piace molto. Un momento molto duro che ti amo.
Ok, dopo me lo do per bene, voglio evitare di vederlo adesso in live, non si sa mai, però dopo me lo vedo per bene, Ale. Questo già sembra una perla molto trash. Adoro le perle trash. L'essenza dell'ognometti per i poteri che danno solo la musica. Quel che sera fa anche Deep è iniziato l'announcement Metal Gear Rising, da poco è iniziata la prima volta i DLC, ottimo dal Phoenix. Quando guardo quel video Castle Massimo e quel surround sedere insieme ok, vediamo cos'è. Vediamo. No, vabbè, c'è anche quello, fantastico. Poi vi vedo tutto per bene. Va bene, terrò le casse al massimo quando guarderò. Assolutamente. Si pronuncia qualcosa di molto trash. Scritto, no, è assolutamente twitchabile. Ok, giochiamo un po' Mario Kart col Chocobo. Calmi, siamo arrivati. Sta buona Ambrosia. Qui salviamoci, prepariamo per la fight. Bene. L'ultimo quando ho visto il chat di Chocobo. Sì, ci sono rimasto. Tu seriamente mangi di Chocobo? Ma vaffanculo si è messo davanti. Counter. Parry. Volo. Boom! Col finale pure scenico, con le fiammate.
This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better.
Grazie. Sta molto clean, devo dire. Dove devo andare però? Fermi. Ah no, ho già fatto. Allora aspetta, non mi serve il ciocobo. Sta buona, Ambrosia. Torniamo qua.
Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it.
Tieni sta pelle, va. Tiette.
Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I had hoped for, and more. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to beg. Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here, for the hide.
Ok. Allora. Tutto a posto, si può proseguire? Proseguiamo. Who are you?
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token.
Okay.
For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you, if there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
It's a Canva then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Siamo su FFXVI 16 nonni adesso, sì. Ma il Chocobo lo posso chiamare, raga? Ops. Confondo sempre i comandi. Vieni, vieni Ambrosia. Mario Kart time.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Whee!
That's it.
Oh oh. Scendi, 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 che qua mi cucinano la festa.
This one.
Quanto è una goduria quando li acchiappi tutti con quella mossa, mamma mia. Ah, già esplosi, ok. Fantastico. Mario Kart nel Sitch Competition. Bene.
Come on.
Sì, è divertentissima quella skill al momento. Ancora altri nemici, che palle! Sto cercando di correre! Boom! Ok. Forza, forza! C'è il più triturato la Garuda. Sono fighe come skill da piazzare in combo.
Good girl.
Non vedo l'ora di avere gli altri icon. Questo.
Smoke. Is the city fallen?
Mi sa che siamo arrivati. Sì. Il browser rallentato. Che succede? Tutto in fiamme. Ah, Barnabas.
The free men are still holding their own then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Come spendere tutti i punti sapendo che si gioca altro? No, vedo altre 3 secondarie, raga. Finiscono più. Va bene, va bene. Andiamoci. Salviamo. No, non il 3.
If we're going to do this, we'll need help.
Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did a wave of chaos and confusion. Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity to flee them. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges, which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them.
So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. Cashlock. A small hamlet hidden in a canyon. The place was abandoned a long time ago. But when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed.
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chedra's Thread, past Lateney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
I'm sure you won't need it.
Ok, let's go. Però mi sa che c'è un'altra quest. O forse ce n'è solo una qui in città. No, c'è solo una in realtà. Allora facciamo così. Facciamo prima. Sono sicuro che sto andando alla parte giusta e infatti non lo sto facendo. Decisamente non sto andando alla parte giusta. Devo girare qua, porca miseria. Rifacciamo. Sì raga, perché non mi conoscesse ho un pessimo senso, evidentemente sbaglio sempre strada. Sono tipo Zoro di One Piece, mi perdo ovunque. No, io anche con la minimappa riesco a perdermi, è quello il mio talento. Visto il dungeon di Power stasera. Beh, io mi perdo persino nella mia città, come ben sai, ti ricordi Ale quando sei venuto qua a Torino?
This must have been a nice place once.
It will be again.
Volevo pigliare la lucina. Boom. Nelle conclusioni è scommesso ora a finire un suo guadagno del 100%.
I think that's the last of them.
I think you're right.
Hey,
Let's
Gideon.
head back to Boklad.
How are you? Ok, got this. Guarda, devo andare, va bene. Secco, grazie per sei passato, mi ha fatto molto piacere. Buonanotte, alla prossima.
Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you'll give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then.
I'm okay, thanks for asking. Per avere l'amuleto dell'ognometto.
Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do, but thank you all the same.
Ok, quest completed.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading houses.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic, and they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now, and judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy, and I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery, and we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans.
Bentornato al Phoenix. Ok, qui l'abbiamo fatta, c'è la quest, sì, bene, ci possiamo andare a fanculo. Abbiamo una quest qui e una qui. Andiamo prima da Marta, va. Devo trovare quella brava donna di Marta.
Ah, Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
Remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear 'em out sooner if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
Conte su London sta tizia. Sì, abbastanza si sente in effetti.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first. So Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rosfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And may victory await our coming.
Okay.
Inns.
Let's go. Just save, just in case.
That's the end of that then.
Oh!
Or maybe not.
Maybe not.
What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter.
Counter? Come here.
Nice try.
Oops. Boom.
Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for Akashic.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now.
Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them, and not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy, especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool lives again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
Ok. Marta.
There you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of my own. What matters is you did it, and now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
So maybe 4 more streams until you finish this game. 2, maybe. Mi sa che stacco. Va bene Ale, grazie mille per il raid e per essere rimasto fino ad ora. Buonanotte, allora alla prossima. Comunque sono a buon punto del gioco, no? Diceva Slinky che in 4 stream lo finisco. Allora che manca? L'ultima secondaria. Anche a me la seconda me. Ah, ok. Così posso lavorare al video della top 5, della mia top 5 di questa, della scorsa annata. I knew Slinky would have clipped that. I knew. No, Teale, grazie comunque. Gentilissimo come sempre.
As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. We must strike now. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you, as I trusted your predecessor.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, and I understand more than anyone how you feel. But is revenge really the answer?
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since that day.
But what of Lostwing? Everything you've built.
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what may. But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly, bearers afflicted by the curse. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long. And so, Clive, I find myself turning to you once more. Will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live even should Lostwing die?
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood. I'll make sure they get to the hideaway safely.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. Fare you well, Clive. And may Griga guide us. All of us.
All I do is record.
We are awaited in Gotan's Bales.
That's not true, Slinky. You're amazing.
Everyone, Quentin has asked that you come with me. You can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quentin. We owe him our lives, so we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, it's because he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quentin.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's Manor. We have to get Quentin to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking monster. They don't stand a chance against that thing. If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die.
No. We can't let this happen. Sid! Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quentin die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heaven Hall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us you'll do what you can.
I can do promises, but I'll try, okay? I'll try. Come on, Ambrosia! I don't have time for this.
Clive, look.
Don't tell me what...
No, too late! Reap! They are all fucking dead.
Too late.
Fly, Ambrosia!
Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died. For nothing.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off. You go.
But...
Your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then.
That isn't only a guard dog.
No. Still have at least...
Oh, I got confused with the battles! Oops. Perry, let's go! One second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, guys. Let's continue.
If only we'd arrived earlier. Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear, just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans, building a haven in Lostwing, freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this? Justice. My faithful comrades. All those lives lost, so that I might take another.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh, thank Grieger you're safe.
You're alive.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about that thing. And I hate to say it, but there's more bad news. It's Lostwing. It's been flooded.
What?
What?
Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool.
Damn it. It's not going to last long in there.
Let me finish this quickly.
Wow, how many?
Quentin! Hold on. I'm gonna get you out of here. Over here!
Boom! That was the last one.
I need to get back to Quentin.
Oh, he's dead.
Quentin! Quentin! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quentin. Save your strength.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back.
Showing that blood to a child is not a nice thing to do, Quentin. You know that?
Prayed, and I prayed, and you did. There's got to be a reason for that, right? Can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quentin. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we still do.
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
Because we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same. Lostwing weren't just a village. It was all of us.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lostwing. Right here in the Bales.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins. Why just a village? We could build towns. A nation, even. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quentin we know.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quentin will suffice. After all, we are family. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You saved my life twice over. And more besides.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. Nothing but the best. And I have a feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting, that is.
I look forward to it.
Okay, I think secondary quests are all over now. They're all over, surely, and I don't believe you, Slinky. I don't believe you.
Sounds like thunder.
You're late. We're starting to think.
Gav.
Stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come.
Mid.
Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
What? Joshua, are you okay?
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the time.
Well, Mid is not. Well. I can't blame Joshua. Come on, Mid is a nice girl. No, nothing wrong. So yeah, I can blame Joshua. Mid is a nice girl, so.
Kashik are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speak.
Never say that. Also, I can reveal you a secret. I can't say right now on stream. So let me write my secret to you. No, I have not. But I had to tell you this secret of my personal life. Alright, let's keep going.
We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people? Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves. In their villas before the horde arrived. Some in the merchants' district to the west and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them, and quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the merchants' district, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship? The mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
Alright, I don't know if it's a good idea starting this mission at 4 AM. What do you think, Slinky? Very interesting. What do you think, Slinky? Is it a good idea starting this mission right now at 4 AM? Probably not. I was guessing the same. Okay. All right, then I think we can end here. Let's draw raid, and well, that's it. We have Violent Lady, who's playing Prince of Persia, so yeah, let's try there. Alright guys, thank you everyone, much appreciated all your support. Thank you for the new follows, lots of new follows today. Thank you so for the big raids, thank you for the subs. And well, take care, see you tomorrow for the last stream of this week. Yeah, yesterday I was trolling when I said that, I was not guessing it was changing the day, my bad. So yeah, tomorrow will be the last stream of the week for real. So yeah, see you tomorrow, Friday, for the last stream of this week. We're gonna continue Final Fantasy, and well, that's it. Have a good night, take care everyone. Thank you everyone, bye bye.